welcome back. If you're just joining, it's Trending O'Clock. And you know, this is where we'll talk about all the trending gist on the internet. And of course, we give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Erabo. And you know, I am never alone in the studio. I have with me Michael Gubadia. And together, we'll be sharing our opinions on all the trending issues. So what's trending this morning? But we're starting this morning with a very disturbing story from Delta State. So there was a fire outbreak in Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. This fire broke out on Lower Erejua Road in Warri, Delta State, raising down several buildings and shops in the area. Eyewitnesses reported that the blaze spread rapidly, engulfing commercial properties and leaving many traders in shock and despair. Well, let's see the clip from the fire outbreak.
Isa.
Emergency responders arrived at the scene to contain the inferno, but the extent of damage has yet to be fully assessed. No casualties have been confirmed as at the time of this report, though properties losses are expected to be substantial. This is a really sad one that we got this morning here in Warri, Delta State, Mr. Michael.
Well, it's a sad one, and you do know how things are difficult. These persons picking up their life back and coming back on stream is always so difficult. I've seen countless businesses go down on account of that, and no present succor, either from local government, state, or federal. They just need to just go back, pick up those scraps, and just continue their life. It's always sad.
Yeah, it's sad, and I feel really bad for the traders, because imagine starting afresh after losing a whole lot of properties and all of that. This is a really sad one, but we're yet to get more updates on the fire incident, and once we get more, we'll definitely update you. Well, away from the fire incident, So while others were busy celebrating Nigeria Independence Day on the 1st of October, but it was quite different in Surulere, Lagos State, as a shocking incident was caught on camera. I know people will say, Mercy, why are you always talking about the Nigerian police? But the truth is, I really want this to come to an end. So a group of Nigerian police officers were seen assaulting a driver, seizing his phone, and then driving off with his car. Well, let's see the footage. As captioned in the video, see waiting our friends they do on Independence Day. They were supposed to be our friends. Police are your friends, right? Okay. So it was reported that the driver who was on his way home was stopped by these officers. Things quickly escalated and leading to the assault and forceful confiscation of his belongings. And this video has since sparked a lot of reactions from netizens, because even the caption is catchy, because police is your friend. And look at what your friends are doing on Independence Day. Well, let's see some of the reactions we got online. This is exactly why police brutality and extortion remain deep scars in Nigeria. The same officers meant to protect lives now weaponize their uniform against innocent citizens. Until there's a real accountability and consequences, these abuses will only continue under the cover of authority. On a day meant to celebrate freedom and unity, this is what Nigerians have to face. How do we move forward as a nation when those meant to protect us turn into the ones oppressing us? Justice must not just be demanded, it must be served. Nigerian police is really a terrible organization. Most of the staff have sworn that if Nigerians do not rise against them again, they won't rest. Please, we do not need another protest. As it was in the beginning under the colonial masters, Britain, so it is now, because the template has never changed. The people has now created the people's police, and so shall it be if Nigeria continues as it is today without a revolution. I think this person is talking about state policing. See as them days, also for their fellow poor people's side. Okay, police is not your friend. Know this and know peace. Interesting, police are not our friends. And the last time I checked, police is our friend. They will extort him, probably steal his vehicle for themselves. The worst is they can even buy this boy. These people are heartless. Stay safe out there, guys. Now, the level of corruption, even amongst police personnel, is out of this world. Nigerian police doing the most, leaving behind priority to face irrelevant stuff, all for the belly satisfaction. Whoa. I don't know what to say, because I've been talking about police brutality. I think from the for weeks now we've been talking about this whole police brutality. We really want to see this come to an end. I don't know what's happening. I don't really know, Mr. Michael.
Well, it's really sad, and looking at that kind of very uncivilized manner of really assaulting a civilian.
Yeah.
It's quite disheartening. You know, I felt we've gone past that.
Gone past that.
Honestly, that's what I felt we have. But you know,
mostly when they came out to say police are now more civil and friendly in the dealings.
I'm happy that video is there, and we know it has gone viral.
Yeah,
and most certainly, the police authority in Lagos will be taking a swift action against that. And be rest assured, I feel those officers will be called to book. Most certainly they will.
Yeah, I really need them to be called to book, because this is getting serious. And I'm sure if they use one as an example, the rest will learn, I'm sure. Because of recent, we heard about the ones that they sentenced him and stripped him of his uniform for extorting a young man.
And funny enough, he was crying. But when he was doing it, he was all muzzled up and feeling he's doing it right. But now, at the end, he was crying. So please let this be more of a lesson to other erring police officers. Please be civil in your way of handling issues. We don't know what transpired between them.
Yeah,
we can't really tell.
But
irrespective of that, you do not accost somebody that way. You don't even accost somebody that is even a criminal in that manner. Please, let's be civil. That's the Nigerian police. I'll not put force to it, because it looks as if they're always using force. One will call them police force. So please be civil in your handling of civilians, and let's see how we can make this country a great one.
Yeah, so Nigerian police, we're calling out the Nigerian police force now. We need you to be more civil and friendly in your dealings. You're supposed to be our friends. I don't know why we're supposed to be scared of police, as if they are bandits. We ought to be friends with the police, so we need them to be more friendly with their dealings with citizens. We don't want to talk about police next time on Trending. All right, so away from the police issue, a shocking scene unfolded recently in Osogbo, and it got many Nigerians questioning the methods of law enforcement on roads. In a viral video, members of task force were seen trying to stop a moving truck, and it was quite in a dangerous and reckless manner. I don't know, but let's see the footage.
Hey, what I mean? Hola!
Well, you can see that dramatic chase. It did not only put the lives of the task force officers at risk, but endangered the lives of road users, as eyewitness even reported that motorists even panicked during the whole process. So this is, I don't even know what to call this. Is this supposed to be 1,000 ways to die or whatever? Like, why exactly are you supposed to be trying to stop a truck with a car? And the very person driving that car, I don't know, do you have 100 lives? I'm still yet to understand that very video, Mr. Michael.
Well, anyway, they will tell you how really important Bele is. So they don't even think of the risks, but rather what they will need to extort from the truck driver. So that's what they put first. They do not care about their own safety. They rather would not care also about, naturally, about the lives of other road users and Nigerians there. So all they think about is, what are we going to really extort from you? And it's becoming a trend. That's why commerce in Nigeria is dying. You know, you pay your usual tax, you pay haulage, now you have to deal with the local agbaros, or let me call them tax collectors on the road. And it's really disheartening, because at the end, all of these will be mounted down to the customers. Imagine a truck driver going through that very bitter experience. How would he perceive other road users? Will he not be aggressive to them, even after leaving that very place and even maybe paying a very huge sum? So this is why it's more like a bottle-up neck anger that seems to start from somewhere and is being transmitted to other places. All I know, let them be more accountable and civil in their actions. The state government should do more to control these unnecessary thugs. I call them thugs, not really tax enforcers, on our major road, and see how they will stop endangering the life of innocent Nigerians. A child might just be passing there and you knock him down.
Like, this is really sad. I don't even know what to say about this. Well, many Nigerians are asking for better training and safer enforcement strategies for all of those task force. I know that they might have their own use on the roads and all of that, but I think they really need to reform them, because when you get to see them, they don't act civil. You just think they're touts and all of that, and this is not how it's supposed to be. They're supposed to be officials and supposed to be professional in their dealings with the motorists. Well, away from that, there's been a major development in Edo State, as the revered Oba of Benin, Oba Ewuare II, has made a strong declaration regarding the leadership structure of markets in the state. So the monarch has rejected the idea of appointing an Iyaloja, that is a market leader in the Yoruba tradition, in Edo markets. According to the Oba, Benin markets have always been led by the palace-backed Iyeki, and that tradition will remain intact. So Oba Ewuare II made it clear that Benin Kingdom has its own unique traditional system, and any attempt to alter it would not be acceptable by the palace. But I am still yet to get all of this. Like, Edo State has its own tradition. I don't see any reason why. Iyaloja is a Yoruba word. So I don't see any reason why the Yorubas want to move all of this, their traditions, into other cultures. Iyaloja is supposed to be within the Yoruba-speaking states and not to be moved, because every other state have their own cultures peculiar to them. You cannot come and enforce your own tradition on the people. Mr. Michael, what's your take on this?
Well, it's just like you saying you go to a Yoruba market, maybe in Oyo State or Osun or Ekiti, and put an Iyeki. It's not possible. You know, this is where we really need to understand that on the mining, you might be a visitor, still respect the detailed tradition and feelings of the people involved, especially as those in terms of affair. So it's always important that we tend to do that. Let it not degenerate into issues at the long run. If you are in a certain place, respect their culture, respect their way of life, and also, most importantly, learn to live peacefully with them without really raising unnecessary and unwarranted dust around some issues.
So I feel all of these are trying to come up because Tinubu is the one in power, and then we know the Iyaloja is the daughter of Tinubu. But the truth is, I don't think Iyaloja is in the constitution of Nigeria as the market head of the nation. It's supposed to be the market head of the Yoruba kingdom.
It's just like you saying you go and put Iyaloja in Brunei,
like
in Sokoto, or in
so
Katsina.
If your father wasn't president, you have no right to come to Edo State, not to talk of saying you want to enforce the Iyaloja, you want to impose it on the people of Benin. Well, people are applauding the Oba of Benin, saying he took a firm stand in trying to preserve the culture of the Benin people. Well, I think this is a good one from the Oba of Benin. Well, away from that, in a viral video I saw on the internet, Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State announced a massive salary increase for LAUTECH, that is the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology security guards, raising their pay from 18,800 naira to a massive 80,000 naira. Well, this move came after one courageous guard spoke up during a public meeting, boldly highlighting the challenges they face due to low salary. Well, let's see the footage.
Staff ni wọ́n àwa ti wà ń bì kí Ọ̀túnba Adébáyọ̀ Àlàkálà kó tó di pé iṣẹ́ bí ó parí bó ni àwa náà fẹ́ fi ìrètí wa sí lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la a kì í ṣe staff ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni wọ́n ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀ gbà wá we are suffering please and please I have family with 3 children ó ní mo fẹ́ lọ ọjọ́ orí dẹ̀ ń dàgbà sí lójoojúmọ́ ni kò wálẹ̀ ẹ̀jọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣàánú fún wa Excellency.
Well, rather than dismissing his concerns, the Governor Makinde, responded on the spot with the massive increment of salary. So, and this thing really got me thinking. So somebody has been receiving 18,800 naira as a monthly income in Nigeria, that we know how tough things are. Like, I don't even know, that is not even enough for a week. Even a day spending in this current economy, not to talk of a monthly income. This is really sad to find out, but thank God that the governor increased it. Mr. Michael, I know you have a lot to say.
All I will first say is, so Shiresho, wonders and 18,000 naira.
800
No
naira.
wonder these security guards, when even there is no well-fed armed robber that comes to meet them, one punch they'll just die. It's not well fed. Look how lean that one is, and he's standing again. This is why people don't respect him.
And he has children to feed.
And he has 3 children.
And he has a wife, or maybe 2.
He has a wife and has 3 children to feed. School fees is there. Health is there. God.
House rent.
House rent. No, come on. That is wicked. And you will be shocked. Maybe the governor, like he said in increasing that, never knew exactly.
He never knew. Okay, from what
maybe
I
on the paper they might even be paying them up to 50,000.
Okay, no, that's not true. What I learned, I think the guy, the security guards are not recruited directly to the school. They get, I think it's a contract stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you
so
know
the governor was forced
pays?
to ask the man in charge that how much are they being paid? How much do they dispense to the agencies? They said they paid 27,000 naira to the agency for per security guard.
And they have to take
so
their
they have to. So imagine you even paying 27,000 naira. What would 27,000 naira do in this present economy? Not to talk of deducting it and still giving them 18,800. And then all of these agencies. Maybe on a very good day we'll come back to you, because
we might do an investigative journalism as it concerns most of this.
I don't understand. Somebody is earning 27,000 naira and you're deducting close to 10,000 naira from it.
Messi, that's why terrible. We see a whole lot of these organizations end up losing properties on account of theft. Because when you do not pay your security guard well, you are just only inviting kidnapping, you are inviting theft, you are inviting attack, you are inviting a whole lot. But when you pay these persons that protect you well, you are securing your life, securing your property, securing that of your children. That's the idea. It's really, really sad.
It is. Well, this is Nigeria. Well, this gesture has earned Governor Makinde. He actually won my heart with that, because nothing like I will get back to you. He responded at the spot. So many are singing his praises online. They're really commending him for listening to the people and taking decisive action towards the improvement of workers' welfare. Well, I think this should serve as an example to other state governors. Try to know what your workers are earning and try to do justice to it. Well, away from that, so the internet is buzzing over a statement from Pastor Odumeje. He's back in the headlines. So he said President Tinubu is not a president, but businessman. And then he called out several other political leaders, saying they are not leaders but businessmen. Well, you know, Odumeje is always talking. He doesn't hold back. He just wants to spill it out as hot as the job. Well, let's see the footage.
I don't know who is calling Tinubu president. Tinubu is a businessman. That's all. You are not a president. If you want to talk about president, you talk about Trump. You talk about Putin. Talk about Warri, Ibrahim Warri. You talk about China president. You talk about Korea president. These are men that we call leaders. A young man of yesterday, a Burkina Faso, a leader. That is what I call a leader. A young man that know what I call a leadership. Not put businessmen in government, calling them leaders, calling them...
Well, this statement has really got netizens talking. Some are saying that, yes, he is right. And others are saying, no, Odumeje, I feel you went a bit too harsh. This is so bad coming from you to the president. It is so harsh. But me, Mercy, would just say, well, Odumeje is always giving us comedy. And it's something to always laugh about. Because
it's something to always laugh about. And he always seems to be in the news, especially if, as it concerns some of these controversial issues. Well, yeah. That's him. That's just him.
Odumeje will always trend, you know. He knows how to keep talking. The last time he came out to say, I will not die, I will just go to heaven like chariots of fire. And that trended for some time. And now he's back to the headlines with this. He always knows how to maintain that headline. Well, what do I know? Well, this is where we have to wrap it up on the Trending on Viewpoints on Atlantic TV. I had a really amazing time from Monday to Friday's edition. And you know how excited I am on Fridays. Thank God it's Friday. Of course, you know you can engage with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram at Atlantic Media and TV. Tell us what you'll be doing this weekend. Mr. Michael, what will you be doing?
Well, anyway, I'll just try and see if I'll do some reading up and getting prepared for next week to give them a bumper package, which we'll always enjoy doing on Atlantic TV.
Yes, and I'll also be looking for trending gist for my people. All right, this is where I have to say see you same time next week for another super exciting edition. Once again, I am Mercy Erabo. Have a nice weekend.
And I'm Michael Gobadia. It's only right for me to say, do what seems to be right. Enjoy your weekend and come back next week all new. Bye for now.